So I want to welcome you to today's session. We are going to be doing some coloring on this page here. It is the creativity mandala. And I'm sorry. And we're going to be diving into all things creativity today. So we're going to use this time to self-reflect and to get in the zone, and also to feel empowered in our lives. And so even though it's just coloring, we're going to be using it as alchemy. Hence the name, Art as Alchemy. Here is what we do. Let's just show you. Oh, let me get to that in a second. So we use art as a means to access and transform our inner state and empower ourselves. And so all of our methods are backed by neuroscience and psychology. And I also add in coaching techniques. And we also tapped into flow state. So all of our art, whether you're an artist or not, is meant to do something, to activate you in your best self. And whether that is to remove things that are not aligned or to align you with your highest self. That is the goal for all of our creative endeavors here at Art as Alchemy. And we use YouTube to stream live and also to upload other videos. We have a free community where you can interact with other people who are on the same journey, and also for you to share your artwork that you're creating in these sessions. And we also have online courses and one-on-one coaching that we're offering through our website. So as we're getting set up here, if you haven't yet downloaded your free coloring book, it's a self-reflection coloring book and journal, and there's 25 different themes. And so you can download this onto your phone or your computer and then print off the pages at home. And you can do them over and over again as many times as you would like. Today, we're doing the 2 pages that correlate to creativity. So you only have to print 2 pages. It is the coloring page and the journal page, which I will show you here in a second. So we've got the coloring page and the journal page. And you can do these on your own. The prompts on the journal page can guide you through the experience of going within and doing some self-reflection and also empowerment. When you come to these lives, what's really fun is that we add in even more. We go further into the experience of creativity. And so that's the benefit of coming to these. I also add these to the free community, so you'll have access to them as like a course. And so that's another benefit to joining the free community. Okay, so if you have joined us, as a reminder, feel free to pop in the comments and say hi and where you're joining from. Also, along the way, if you want to add questions or comments to the comments section, I will look up periodically to see what's going on there and answer any questions that you might have. The other thing that I want you to get set up with are something to color with, whether that's colored pencils or crayons, markers, whatever you want. If you don't have these pages printed out, feel free to just use a piece of paper and just start drawing. I might actually do some outside of the mandala coloring today because this is all about creativity. So how can we get really creative with what we have and to see what's there? Okay, so, all right, so today's session is all about creativity. And I am going to use both markers and some colored pencils. Feel free to use what you want. Here's my marker collection. I love it. So fun. And my colored pencils. And I apologize for the low lighting it looks like on here, but normally my art camera has a really good light on it for this specific reason. So as we get started, I want you to think about creativity in your life. Do you even what are your beliefs around creativity? Do you feel like you are a creative person? Do you feel like creativity might be a little bit more challenging for you? Or maybe you feel like you have creativity in a different way. It's not like artistic creativity. Maybe it's ideas. Today I'm gonna just kind of go around and do different things. Normally I even things out, make things balanced on my page, and today I'm gonna be a little bit more creative with it. And I might do some different things. Add in some lines here. Excuse me. So keep that journal page kind of close by and take notes as you're going through here. What's coming up for you around creativity? And maybe rate yourself. How creative do you think that you are on a scale of 1 to 10? Where would you like to get to? If you're not there right now, where would you like to get to on that scale? And then start asking yourself why. Why are you rating yourself there? Why do you want to get to the next level? What do you think that's going to give you once you get there? And maybe it's what does creativity give you? I know for me, creativity, the act of being creative allows me to tap into flow state, which is amazing because I'm currently filming the flow state, the Art Flow Shop online course that will be available on the website. So I'm talking about flow state, tapping into flow state and how you get into it. And for me, being creative allows me to tap into flow state. You zone out. Actually, you kind of zone in. Because you're active in your focus. You're not allowing your mind to just totally go wild, right? But it's an active focus, and it allows your mind to have all these benefits, basically. So for me, being creative helps me be my best. It also allows answers to come in that I don't normally have access to. So I might be, my brain is hooked on some sort of issue that I'm dealing with in my life. And when I tap into a creative process. It allows my brain to quiet down, and then inevitably the answers will come in to those issues. The other thing that happens during flow state is that not just ideas to issues, but ideas for expansion come in. I've had so many ideas for businesses or other things to do within the business, like things that would be helpful during a flow state experience where I'm being creative. So to me, creativity is a way to access a meditative state. It's a way to access what's unconsciously in my system. It's a way to get out of my head. It's a way of looking at things from a new perspective. To me, that's evolution. For us to evolve, we need to see things in a new way. And the only way to do that is to be creative with your mind. And being creative in this kind of a situation allows your mind to access that kind of vibration, right? The out-of-the-box thinking. And you can start to take notes around, like, what are the creative activities that you do, that you like to do? Is it coloring? Maybe it's like free expression journaling. That's a creative act. Could be crafting, molding art, building things. Could be building like robots. My son loves robots. Also, just being around kids in general. I mean, kids have these crazy imaginative minds, and so when you're around them, it also expands your awareness, right? Like they could do a drawing and you might think it looks like something in particular, and then they come and they tell you, no, that's actually a car monster that is picking up snowballs and launching them into the atmosphere. I don't know. I don't think a kid would say atmosphere, but they may say something totally different than what you're expecting them to say. So I think it's kind of cool to be around kids in that regard because it opens your mind. Okay, so for me, I'm doing this like randomly coloring it, and it's really pushing my perfectionism boundaries. I am struggling to not color equal, you know, and in a pattern. It's really freaking me out. But this is good because it's opening my mind. It's having me enter a new space. We'll see what happens at the end, right? Also, when you do things a different way, like I wouldn't have thought to do the coloring section right here this way, and then when I did that, I liked it. It looked nice. I felt excited about it. And so in general, when you do things a different way, you can learn what, like maybe a new way of doing something that you end up really enjoying. Instead of doing things the same old way you normally do them. So colors also can tell you something about what's going on in your system. If you can make up your own meaning to the color, right? Like maybe green, like this to me represents connection to nature, earth. But maybe to you it's money. Frog, I don't know, could mean all kinds of different things to you. So obviously there's color theory, but I personally would prefer to look into what my intuitive meaning is in my system. So going down that pathway, if I am relating this color to nature, then is there something about creativity in nature that connect? And for me, for sure, nature is the most creative because it creates everything uniquely. I don't think that there's anything that is 100% the same as the other created in nature. So to have a connection to nature allows me to keep an open mind, to see creativity in the natural form. What are the colors that you're using? Feel free to pop them in the chat if you want. I keep leaning towards blues. So for me, it would be like, what's blue telling me as well? I hate what I just did. It's all good. It's all good, you guys. It's all good. want you to get creative with this page. Like, maybe don't color it in the lines. How can you get creative with this? Maybe you're even cutting out the mandala and gluing it onto, let's say, a vision board of different things that remind you of creativity. That could be really fun. Maybe I'll do that after this, because I don't have all this stuff here right now, but who knows? So many ideas. I'm curious to know if you have any limiting beliefs around creativity. I remember in one of my art flow shops, this woman who was attending told me about how she had an art teacher when she was young who told her she wasn't creative. And it destroyed her thought about being creative and doing anything creative. And so she actually thought, I'm not meant to do anything like this. And then that like influenced what she did and did not do in her life. And so it's fascinating how some people may influence us without even knowing in such like a profound way. And I'm curious, do you have any limiting beliefs like that around creativity? Do you think, oh, I'm not creative, maybe because you don't do art? And then ask yourself, is this true? Well, what if it wasn't true? What would I do differently? And then I'd be curious to see how your life opens up when you do that thing. You know? My sister doesn't think she's creative. And, you know, my mom is an artist as well. And so I think naturally, I'm speaking for her. It may not be true for her, but I think she thinks, oh, Jen got the creative genes. I didn't. And I'm gonna do this red. I feel like fiery right now. And so she has this belief that like there's some sort of, they're genes that either get passed on or they don't. And I mean, who knows what's true, right? But what you believe will definitely dictate how you show up. So I encourage her, why don't you try? You never know until you try. Like, I had no idea I could actually paint well, naturally, until I took a class. And in college, it was like a random class that I took. A friend of mine was like, hey, you have an extra period. Why don't you do oil painting with me. And so I did it, and then I discovered, oh, okay, I have at least some sort of talent in this. However, I didn't know until that moment that I had any sort of creative genes or talent or desire. Like, also, I don't care a lot about what I create sometimes. It's like, I'm just going to create because the output of me creating is the gift. So I'd be curious for you, if you were to get rid of those limiting beliefs, like, what would you discover? Would you discover that it doesn't matter and that the act of creating is the gift? I have a belief that I can't draw very well, but that I can paint. And that belief is limiting me in what I do with my art. But again, who cares? Like, just create to create. I normally do this part at the end, the letters. And it's kind of fun to see what I'm feeling called to do right now. Looks very Christmassy. How you feeling? Check in with your body. If you notice tightness during any portion of this experience, maybe make a note of what you were thinking about. Oops, this wrong side. What you were thinking about during that, and see if there's any correlation between the tightness in your body, maybe even the location. I tend to feel a lot of tightness and tension in my shoulders, and I think like it's the place where I like carry all of the weight of everything. How you feeling? checking in. Are you being creative with your page? You know, coloring for me is like a way to find peace and calm. It probably is for you too. Whether it's coloring or doing doodles, fine lines. Maybe it's like drawing on a tablet using one of the apps. I like to use, what is the name of it? I think it's called Sketch Art app or something. I have a Samsung tablet. My husband has an iPad and he has is it Procreate maybe? Anyways, all of these are like drawing tools, and you can set it to even like make your own mandala, and it's really relaxing. And to me, it's like those are ways of getting creative that are easy to do, especially like if you're intimidated by creating art, because you can hit the back button and erase what you just did, you know, or use the tools that are on there to draw and create versus, you know, if you picked up a blank canvas and started creating that way, it can be pretty intimidating, right? Like you have to know what you're going to create. Maybe you have to know what you're going to create. I mean, I've definitely done some abstract art where I didn't know what I was going to create, and I just kind of let things flow effortlessly. So I'd be curious, like, when you start playing around with these different tools, to take note of like which ones do you like and why, and how can you incorporate them more often. That's not working. I really like this green for whatever reason. It's like lighting me up. I feel like the thing I just did made it also almost look like a dream catcher. So that's kind of cool. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you just kind of go with the thing, and then you never know where it's going to lead you. Like, you may end up creating something super cool. Just play around. The jump around song just came into my head. Instead of play around, jump around, play around. It's funny, these muted tones I'm like really feeling right now, and it's curious for me because I associate creativity with like vibrancy, but for some reason the more muted tones feel more exciting when it comes to this right now. So that's something I might journal about later on. And what are the things that you're finding are popping up? So something I want to encourage you to do is take breaks when you are in your head, to utilize creativity as a way of like pausing that and accessing something new. So whether you need like a reminder, a sticky note or something that you want to put as a reminder somewhere, but remembering that this is a tool. The gift is in the creating. I was just talking about this on the course, which is like flow state is intrinsically rewarding. So the gift is in the doing versus the end result. Like this page, I'm not going to be so happy about, I'm sure, when I'm done. But it's the process that I'm excited about. Me doing random lines. I don't think you guys understand. This is like so challenging for me to just do something random that's not like, doesn't have like a purpose, which is why I do abstract art sometimes, because my brain tends to be very practical and linear in a way. So I struggle to just like free flow it. But the cool thing about this page is I can always print out another version or another page, do it all over again if I want. Or not. Again, feel free to take breaks. If you need to breathe, take some time to breathe. Take some time to journal. Also, for this page, you can get as like detailed as you want, or like, I mean, you could just paint the whole, or not paint, but color the whole thing in one color and then be done. I don't know. It's part of your own creative expression, and I would love to see what you create. I have the free community that you can join, and on that you can upload pictures of your coloring pages and also talk about, you know, the journey that you went on, maybe what came up for you. And you can also talk about something you really enjoyed during this process, something I talked about that resonated with you. I just want to hear what your experience is. Moving energy. I'm trying to think about what color I want to use. I want to go back to that green. I'm going back to it. Doing it. I'm doing it. I want this whole thing to be green. Can I do it? Can you give me permission? Are you sitting over there going, hell yeah, girl, do it? I knew it. Okay, I think I'm almost done. Are you getting close to being done with your page? Have you had any new ideas come in, insights? Do you feel more creative, less creative? I have no idea what I just did there. Oh boy. Now I've done it. Can't help myself. How can I transform this? Let's see. Let's get creative here. Colored pencils. Now a different feeling in. You could stay here as long as you want today. Keep creating. Maybe you want to end early. Maybe you don't have a lot of time. When to stop is also a skill, creativity. All right. So here's my creative page. Let me reiterate, I do not like what I created. However, I like the process that I went through when I was creating. All right, now I need to get this camera back over here. All right, how are you feeling? So fascinating. This one, I think my intention to be creative with it and to do all the different things, it was great because so much came up for me. And that's the whole part of this process that I think is really valuable, is to try things out and see. The self-reflection piece is all about looking within what's going on in your system, what's going on in your body sensations and your emotions. When I use certain colors, it left me feeling a certain way. When I did certain things, I either liked it or I didn't like it. And if you think about that as it relates to creativity in our lives, that is what is so valuable in life, is to try things. Take the leap, try doing something new and then seeing how you feel when you do it. And maybe it's a slight shift in direction and then you're like, oh yeah, this is it, right? But if you hadn't started and tried, then you wouldn't have gotten to where you are now, right? And had that knowledge. And to me, that is creativity. Like, creativity is you doing new things, expanding your mind. Being creative, even in the process of being creative, allows you to open up and have new thoughts, new things come into your system and to guide you in a new direction, maybe. For me, a lot of times I've had amazing ideas come in when I'm painting, and they've led to magical new additions in my life. So, this process today, just like this represents what I'm talking about, where doing all the different things. Oh my gosh, I just noticed this when I picked it up. So like the back looks so cool. Look at how that looks. I'm just gonna get a little bit closer. I think I might like the back even more than I like the front. But anyways, doing this and like doing different things is what allows for expansion and growth and awareness and alignment, actually, with the things that we desire, right? So I'm curious to know what you got out of the experience and what are some takeaways for you. You can jot them on your journal page. You can write them actually on your drawing today, and as a reminder in the future of what you want to be, any sort of insights that you want to carry with you moving forward. And we do this every week at noon. We're doing live ones. We're going through the book. So the whole coloring book, which you can download and print off, there are 25 themes, and we're working our way through them. We're doing the coloring sessions and coaching, and you can, go back and watch the recordings of the ones that we've already done. And you can be here live with us to get further, deeper insights and even join in the conversation by using the chat to add, your experience or questions that you have as we're going along. And as always, if you have enjoyed this experience, you like this video, I would love to have you like the video and share it. And let me just scroll to this. So, subscribe to our channel so that we not only can build our community, but also you'll get notified of any time that we're live streaming or if new videos are uploaded. And like I said, you can like and share this video, which will also help us out, and send it to people that you think would enjoy this experience. And follow us on social media. art.as.alchemy is our handle pretty much on every one of the social channels. And our website is myartalchemy.com. You can find the free community through there. I believe it's members.myartalchemy.com. So if you want to just go there, you can find it that way. But you can go through the website and access that free community. And I would love for you to share your art and share your experience on that free community. I hope you've enjoyed this session, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.